What's up guys, the Panthers here, and by Wednesday, you will have built your own team of the season evolution. And we've now got Neymar confirmed as well, official stats. What will his price be on the market? Will he be overpriced for evolutions? Almost certainly yes, but why did they give him that playstyle plus? And even though there's been a market crash, we made about 2 million coins overnight on some of the impact and outer pack cards. So boys and girls, let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. I hope you are having a fantastic start to your weekend. If anyone, and I mean anyone, mentions Liverpool down below in the comments, it's an instant ban from the channel. Just don't do it, right? Liverpool, I ended stream for that. I ended the Twitch stream yesterday for that. I can't believe it, right? But boys, out on a fantastic weekend, right? We've got some amazing content yesterday with Friday. We've got the first near must-complete SBC in a long time, in my opinion. So that's great. And in general, the content was actually really good. Some good evos and stuff, but also some big leaks, some big coins to be made. Honestly, Fridays are still decent. Team of the season's been meh, but Fridays are still decent. And we can't start anywhere else apart from Julian Alvarez. And as you can see, with me being 4 squads in, you guys know me. I'm not an SBC completer. I'm a market enjoyer. I'm 4 squads in because a 5-star skill move, 4-star weak foot, Julian Alvarez, with low driven, incisive, and technical. And that incisive is very, very big, by the way, with how strikers play on this game. 95 in the shooting stats that matter. Dribbling stats are just like ridiculously cracked. And even the physicals are really, really nice. But play styles, he's missing quick step. And I will say that does annoy me because quick step, and even I guess you would say game changer, is what stops this card from being top tier. But like, this is like a 200k card. Fodder's on the floor, and we'll on the floor. Fodder's really low. We'll talk about it later, right? Fodder's really, really cheap. This guy's so good. I don't know. Like, I think they've given really good play styles. I wish they would swap power shot for a game changer. Maybe first shots for quick step, and then you've got like a perfect play style card going back to the FUT birthday days. But really, really good card. One I recommend that everyone does. And when we jump into the market, this guy really did affect strikers, right? He knocked the price of strikers down, and that is good for the game. This might sound weird, but it is good for the game when the content on the game affects the market, because it means people are playing, completing things. It means the community is still involved. Whereas, honestly, in the past few weeks, trust me, some SBCs and some EVOs haven't affected the market at all, which is not good for where we want to be, okay? We got some other good content, but first, this I want to get right now, because if you're watching this video early, first of all, shout out to you, but this game is in about an hour, maybe less as you're watching this, about an hour. But the SBCs are out for 6 hours. They're out until 6 p.m. So if you want and you watch this in time before 6 p.m. on Saturday, you can just go and complete the SBC, whoever won. Both of them will probably be worth it, right? So you just don't have to gamble on it. Complete whoever wins, and that's it, right? We then got yesterday's showdown, which was Garutska, a Spanish Goretzka, and then Fur Lopez. Look, I don't really care for showdowns too much. They're both really cheap, again, being one squad. And for example, Fur Lopez does have low driven and ticky with nice in-game play styles. Like, I get it. But these cards don't impress me too much. I just never end up using them. And the cards they choose, I'm just never too fussed about. But the playstyles are really good. The playstyles are really good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Neither of them I'm completing. This guy's got 95 shooting, and again, decent playstyles. It all depends on the playstyle pluses they give. Maybe with the precision header, Nepenthes, lengthy meta, you can use him, but not for me, boys. Not for me. We then get the 1 of 380 plus La Liga F player pick. Now, if you guys watched a single BigJead video last week, you will know the Liga and player picks were broken. They were really, really broken. These have been nerfed. I don't think they've been like deliberately nerfed by EA. There's just more high-rated golds in these leagues. Therefore, they upped it from 82 to 83. Even doing that's not enough. We opened a lot of these on the stream yesterday. I don't know. I still think it's the best pack grind, by the way. I still think to get a team of the season, you still spam these. They're just not as good as last week. Maybe a few Rafinhas. He's pretty common. Courtois, you're getting them. But I feel like getting the big boys and that will take a long time. We've got the red pick refreshing just to add the new leagues. That's cool. This is the big one we said. The 10 times 84 is now obviously replaced the 14 times 83. We opened a lot of these as well. The weight is also not great on those. Like, it's better than the 14 times 83s, but a lot of them you're still not getting walkouts in. I feel like they almost artificially lower the weight. Am I coping with that? Maybe, but the weight on the 10 times 84s isn't as good as what I want it to be. So I'd say if you are going to pack grind and you really want to pack a La Liga team of the season, it's about sending your entire club into those 83 player picks as quick as you can. That's what I would say. Do as many of them as possible. But as with always, with Fridays, Alvarez is great. Some of the best content is the Evo content. And we have 2 huge things to talk about. So we're going to talk about the TOTS career path starter and what it all means, how we can build our own team of the season Evo. Will it be any good, or will it be kind of similar to the team of the year one? But the bigger Evo was actually Total Football. Now, I've heard mixed opinions. Apparently someone said, Nepenthes said this was bad, although I've not seen the video, so maybe I'm wrong. I think this is really good, just not quite like top tier. Like, it's 125k, and it's kind of like, It is worth that, but it's not it's not like crazy. It's not a must complete Evo for certain cards. So, for example, for me, I have this crazy Foot Birthday Demorne that gets Tiki Taka Plus, but kind of goes into like a soft version of Team of the Season Demorne. Because, of course, I've given perfect playstyles that I wanted from the Foot Birthday. She's got Incisive. You can't see it there, but she has Incisive. Like, I don't know. This, for me, is the perfect card, and I might use it on Demorne because I've not packed the Team of the Season yet. I can also use it on someone who's more of like a centre mid. If you look at my Train Yoni here, he goes to more of like now from being a defensive centre mid to almost an all-rounded centre mid. Gets crazy dribbling stats. Again, he was Future Stars, so I've almost got perfect play styles on him. And again, he gets 5-star, 5-star. Stats are crazy in games. I have a few decent options. I think for 125k, I would pay for those cards. I really, really would. I'm just hearing some people say they wouldn't, basically, and I disagree. I think it's actually a pretty decent Evo. You can, by the way, give cards 11 playstyles like this. I know this Cruyff already had 11. You can give certain cards 11 playstyles. I'm going to jump into the best options for it because some of the Foot Birthdays are the best options for the playstyle combination you can give. But here you can see with Cruyff as well. Cruyff is also an amazing option. Cruyff is Cruyff, right? But 11 playstyle Cruyff with all the playstyles you can see there. Probably Chip Shot being the only wasted one. Of course, my Cruyff missing Rapid and Quick Step. Maybe yours has it. But there's so many good options. I won't cover all the best options, but very quickly, like I said, some of the Foot Birthdays. Shout out to whoever pointed this out on the stream yesterday. If you've got a really good Evo for this, drop it in the Discord as well, by the way. But some of the Foot Birthday cards, what you can do is give them the playstyles you want, but I believe don't give them a playstyle like Finesse. Don't give them something that Total Football gives, if that makes sense. So I think, for example, don't give them Finesse. But with Marino, if you put him into, I believe it is Attacker Roundabout. No, it's Defender Roundabout. Put him into Defender Roundabout, then into Attacker Roundabout, and then into Total Football. And imagine this card with 11 playstyles, if you do it right. Like I said, I don't think you give him Finesse in the Foot Birthday, and then you let the Evo give him Finesse. I believe it's how you do it. But imagine this card of 11 of your perfect playstyles, the Foot Birthday card, and he has the stats of 94 pace, 93 shooting, 92 passing, 95 dribbling, 89 defending, 90 physical, 5-star, 5-star, and of course 6'2", like the tall like meta as well. Can't be lengthy because of the agility, but I think it's a really good Evo. People are saying that it takes away lengthy of a lot of players, and another card that people were using was Lux's fantasy card because the Evo gives so much agility. So I would not use cards like this. If you give her Total Football, she loses lengthy. Yes, her stats are insane. I do get that. But the reason that card played so well was lengthy, and she loses it. Maybe if you're on old gen, then lengthy, you don't need that because it's not in old gen. But yeah, I didn't be careful that cards don't use lengthy. Foot Birthday cards are great if you still got them. Cruyff is not bad if you still got them. But some of your old Evos are probably the best for this, and I think it's still an 8-9 out of 10. Could even use it on my Noonan, if you know, you know. But, of course, the other Evo, probably even more hyped, although not quite yet, I guess, is the TOTS Career Path Starter. Now, this first Evo does nothing. It just basically boosts their stats up to minimum standard and gives them a massive rating boost just so you can't put someone, like, really low rated in it, right? And then, like, try and chain them with other Evos. This doesn't really mean anything, okay? This is the setup Evo. It gives quick step and incisive. Doesn't do anything. This is going to be like the build your own team of the year evolution. However, we have most of the info on this already and how it's going to work and kind of who to use. And then the number one tip on this, and if you've already made this mistake, it's fine. But the number one tip on this is don't put a card into it, right? If you have a look at the requirements on this, it's get within 9 days. And like I've just said, the last bit comes on Wednesday. So just wait until Wednesday and you'll see who the best chain is. I'm guaranteed some people have already used it because they want a card and then, outright want a certain card. Just wait and see what we can do Wednesday. So here is the official screen from EA, right? They put in, choose your path with a Team of the Season Career Path Evolution chain. Turn your attacking talisman into a general striker. As you choose their positional growth, take the first step starting the 15th of May, which was yesterday. Then take the second step coming Sunday the 17th of May, which is tomorrow. And then take the third step Wednesday the 20th of May, which will be the final step. You get a Team of the Season. You can change them into a striker, a winger, attacking midfielder. And you'll see from the little blurry screenshot here, this is the Evo today, 90, and they get the +1/+1 playstyle, which is incisive and quick step. Step 2, left mid or cam or right mid. So it looks like that's going to be the first step of, you actually have to make a decision. Left mid, cam or right mid. And it basically, you're making a striker into a sort of lengthy winger. I think that's number one you can do. Or you can make any striker into a winger, but I would do someone lengthy. And then you make a striker into a cam and make them sort of more of a playmaker. So there's a couple of different options there. There's a load of strikers on this game who can play cam, and that might be the best option. You kind of get a striker cam hybrid with incisive plus. Or, again, strikers that could go into lengthy wingers. Keep an eye out on, right? There's so many strikers on this game that they have that lengthy badge. We can use them, they're really meta, but put them on the wing would be even better. This could be the best time to do it. Now, we do have more than that because we got leaks that actually give us more information than what EA give on the sort of splash screen. So 3 paths to upgrade, right? The first one is the left wing, left mid. They get finesse plus, rapid plus, and pinged pass plus. And I believe it is in that order from what I understand, which means you might have a card that already has quick step and rapid, and then they would get finesse, or they might have quick step and low driven. They would get finesse. They might just have quick step, they get finesse and rapid, if that makes sense, right? Then you got the right mid, right wing one, which seems to be the exact same, just on the right mid, so I don't want to look too much into that. But the other one is the cam. The cam now gives incisive, intercept, and ticky. Now, you have 2 ways to go with that. Intercept obviously makes them a little bit more defensive, but I think it depends on how much defensive stats that gives. I think you want to give a striker, someone that's maybe got finesse low driven, giving them incisive could be really good, or someone who's got, finesse and quick step, giving them incisive could be really, really good. So there's two ways you can go with it. That's the information we've got right now. The only requirement is must not be centre back, 2 playstyle plus, 89 overall, max 10 silver playstyles, all the very, very normal stuff that we get with evolutions. It's a shame that it can't be 3 playstyle plus, and you could sort of boost the card even further, but I guess that'd be a little bit broken. But let me know who you guys are looking at so far. Again, number one tip, don't use this until Wednesday. It looks like it could give us a really, really good card to use. Don't use it until Wednesday. And you can use this card in the Ultimate Team of the Season FUT Champs, which is very, very nice. Now, of course, boys, because of these two Evos, it just helped add to the striker and Cam crash. So the Evo crashed Cam. You got a striker Evo there, the other one, as well as Alvarez crashed strikers. So the entire market crashed. But if you guys are on yesterday, so many cards like Bruno Fernandez's FUT Fantasy, who has nothing to do with the Team of the Season, crashed so much because people sold meta cams to go and do the Evo and different things like that. So, like I say, it's nice that content still affects the market. If you got cooked by it, it's unfortunate. But it means that people are still actively doing things. And that is, again, good for the game, right? As with all Fridays, we've got loads of objectives that kind of, a lot of them are just crap, so I'll try and simplify what you actually need to look at. Of course, make sure you're doing your daily logins, by the way, just, free SBCs, free points, but go and do it. We have the TOTS Champs objective like we normally get, which gives a La Liga or La Liga F TOTS player pack. Most of it is pretty easy. You've just got to use quite a lot of La Liga players, so if you want to go for that and that really does interest you, go for it. The big thing is, of course, the TOTS player pack. Are you going to get anything good in it? Probably not, but if it's free and you're already using La Liga players, which we might do on the stream tomorrow, right? We might do a challenge. I was thinking about doing a full Barcelona team where we use Pina, Yamal, Ronaldinho, maybe Messi, use some of the big end cards. Let me know. We could do something with Real Madrid as well. We get the adapted tactics, which again just seems like a little bit of an extra, fodder mainly. A few chain evos, a few fodder packs. It's not too hard to do. Again, another evo we don't really care about too much. Or not an evo, but an objective that's just not really too, much. We get Hulmand as the player. He's one of them cards that keep coming out at the minute, which have good play styles, which obviously the main point of this game. But he kind of has similar play styles to other cards on the game, just with way less stats, which means that then it's not usable. So again, I'm sure that no one really cares about this card. Maybe care more about the SP and the fodder packs in it, to be honest. But the main thing that people normally care about, the Liga TOTS Exhibition. Now, for completing this, you get a Nathan, that's just Nathan in Brazil, I assume. You get a Budimir, who actually has decent play styles and 95 shooting, which is pretty cool. And again, La Liga and La Liga F TOTS player pack, which is probably what people will actually care about. But these expeditions are always worth doing. You kind of see the difference between these fodder packs and the rest of them. 20 times 84 is pretty crazy. You get 10 times 83, which is less crazy. 15 times 84 is very nice. SP plus a 20 times 83, which is very, very nice. And the low driven shot plus as a third playstyle plus. So, not something to be sniffed at. I would say everyone go and do the La Liga TOTS exhibition as well as Champs this weekend. Has anyone got red picks from Champs already, by the way? Let me know. I'm seeing a lot of Rafinhas, a lot of... who's the other guy I'm seeing a lot of? I've seen Pateas, not loads though. Rafinha is the main one I'm seeing because obviously how common he is, being a 93 rated. It's a shame you can't get Courtois in reds because he's 92. That would have been nice because he's really common in packs. I've seen a lot of Courtois just in the blue packs, like the TOTS packs at the end anyway. And I was going to say before, if you've not already, I would go and use Courtois for the goalkeeper in your champs this weekend. He's just that broken. He's one of the best goalkeepers I've ever seen in terms of play styles. 6'7", lengthy. He's really, really good. So I'd use Courtois in your champs. But yeah, I've seen Rafinha loads in reds. So I'd say if you're doing gameplay, I would do the expedition and I would do FUT champs. Okay, but it is leaks time. We have got Neymar official stats and we've got the SBC coming today, which is another really, really good one. And a few other things that we kind of need to talk about before jumping into how we made over 2 million coins yesterday on overnight, which is great if I am going to buy a full Barcelona team on the week, well, on Sunday tomorrow. So let's start. Let's jump into it. Like I said before, Shankland, Tierney. Game is in 2 hours. SBC expires in 7. If you want to just go and complete the winner, that is not too bad. First thing, we seen this on the stream yesterday, and I had physical fights with some of you guys in the chat. Aguero, we already knew was coming as an icon, but Raphael Varane is coming as an icon in FC 27. Is that deserved? Is Varane on the same level as Maldini, Nesta, Baresi, Beckenbauer, Cannavaro? I don't think so. I think he's more on the level of Yip Yap, Stam, and Hazard, who are hero cards. My personal opinion, I know that Raphael Varane has won loads, but Ryan Brewster has a Champions League medal, and I wouldn't say that he's crazy good. So I'm just saying, I don't think Raphael Varane deserves an icon card, but best believe when that is released next year, despite his prime only being about 85 rated, it'll be a crazy, crazy card. People will pay a lot of coins for. That's an interesting one for next year. Aguero will be really expensive as well, as long as they don't give him some sort of chip shot or crap power shot plus that no one really cares about. But they're the only two icons we have leaked for FC20 so far. FC27 so far, along with all the other autograph news, cards having mint numbers, so you can get a 1 of 1 or whatever it is. There's some crazy news for FC27, and not a lot of it is about gameplay, so let's just be hesitant on that. And in terms of what is coming today, I believe it is confirmed that it is Vicky Lopez coming as the SBC, which does have me a little bit hyped. After just getting Alvarez day one, if it's the same price, we're going to jump into, again, Fodder's price as well on the market. Fodder is super, super cheap, and we've got a Vicky Lopez right wing with rapid, finesse, and technical. I would definitely avoid right wings, cam, and strikers, like attackers if we're trading right now. She might not be as good as a UCL card. It all depends on price, in-game play styles, and certain things like that. But she's a very, very, very popular card. Like, people love this card in-game. 96 pace, 91 shooting, 92 passing, and 94 dribbling. Looks to me like we could be seeing another must-complete SBC straight away, if it is true that Vicky Lopez is coming today. So, hopefully with the fodder grind, you guys have all got enough fodder to do both Alvarez and Vicky Lopez. I think it's pretty easy right now. I have more fodder than I have SBCs to put it into, and I assume you guys are the same. But that could be a really good SBC today, so avoid trading those big end cards in those positions. I think that's obvious. We even have Hansen coming at some point as well. Pedro Goncalves coming at some point as well. And again, you've got to be careful with centre-backs. I traded a lot of Eric Garcia's yesterday because I knew this guy wouldn't come. But when this guy does come, an SBC that's bruiser, intercept, quick step with 90 pace, 93 defending, 92 physical, and will almost certainly be dirt cheap, and you got to be very, very careful. And although it's not a leak, I did think I'd include this from Azzy because he does put together some nice designs, and when the leakers put nice designs together and a nice idea, I think it's interesting to cover. Boys, it's Ultimate Team of the Season next week. Who would have thought, right? It feels like the start of the game was like last week. Maybe I'm just getting older, but I don't know if you guys feel the same. I feel like the first week of FC26 was, it feels like about a week ago, and it's crazy to me that Ultimate Team of the Season is next week. These are the end of an era SBCs that we are expecting, not in terms of leaks, but in terms of just these are who should get them, right? Salah, Griezmann, Bernardo Silva, and Robertson. And if we get all of those in 1 week of content, how many must completes will be in there? Almost certainly Salah. I really hope they make him 4 playstyle plus. It makes no sense to make him 3. They could do Griezmann really nice. How many Griezmann cards have been on FIFA in the past few years? That is crazy. Bernardo Silva, Andrew Robertson. And then they were just comparing it to last year's end of an era SBCs. And I think, honestly, there's some pretty decent hype with what is coming so far in Ultimate TOTS. They have to do some of these cards, right? I think Salah and Robertson are guaranteed. Griezmann, I think you would think as well. They have to do some of these cards. Which means that, again, fodder could be a pretty decent investment for next week, considering that it's on the floor right now. But there's a bit of nuance to it. But the main leak we were all here for, these are Neymar's official stats confirmed in the game of FC26. Not FC27, of course, FC26. 83 rated. Selecao will be fully licensed, which means Neymar's coming. What do you notice? First touch plus. Oh my god. EA, I'm not against making cards maybe realistic, but just give him technical, even give him trickster. Just make it so that Neymar Evos are even more fun to do. Why give him first touch? If you guys are going to give a playstyle plus to Neymar, first touch would be like number 3 or 4 on my list, maybe 5, 6. Not number 1, and they give him first touch. He has 76 pace, 79 shooting, 85 passing, 88 dribbling. But me and you guys both know that don't matter. Evolutions and chain evolutions on this game are absolutely insane, and as soon as this card is in the game, despite it being towards the end of Ultimate TOTS and onto the World Cup promo, you just know, not only will he have some crazy promo card, because EA know what they're doing, they'll sell packs, even if it's like footies, they'll manage to do it, but this card will have some unbelievable Evo chains, and it'll be a race to the top to see who can get the best Neymar Evo chain first. Guarantee this will become one of the most common cards on the game. What will his price be on the market if they just release his gold card? Will it be 10,000 coins capped? Will they make it more expensive than that? I have no idea, but a Neymar Junior Evo finally coming to FC26. Like I say, first touch is a bit annoying, but in-game playstyles, let's see what, like, we've got all that still to come as well. No idea right now when it's coming. No one seems to know when Neymar's actually coming to the game. We just know that he is coming, basically. Everyone's really happy. Good shit. When's he coming? We need to know that next, and hopefully we get that leaked very, very soon. I think this could affect the market a little bit. I think if people have got Neymar and he can play cam or left wing, people almost certainly will sell off cards to go and use Neymar in the team. I think everyone would. I think it's just obvious. So maybe it affects the market a little bit. But I think, forget the market for a second. It's just cool to have Neymar back. People will do loads of Evos on him. Hopefully he's 5-star, 5-star. I think that's just a great card. And that's if you can obviously buy him. I think, as a lot of people are pointing out, he's almost certainly going to be extinct when he first comes out. It's how long he stays extinct for. I think people are going to be paying for fucking sniping bots just to get an 83 rated Neymar, which is kind of funny. Hopefully, if he is an 83 rated card, he's just available in packs as every other 83 rated card. EA wouldn't do some sort of dynamic pack, wait, would they? And make this guy really hard to pack. People are going to be doing 83 times for... Oh my god, I just realized. They removed the 83 times 14, so you can't pack Neymar. New theory confirmed. Now, boys, what did we do to make 2 million coins overnight? Well, you can see it right here. You can kind of see all the cards we bought. I'm not trying to hide anything. We didn't even put too much effort into this, right? These were overnight impact flips. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that pretty much every single Friday this year, next year, how promos work, why it's so easy, and why we went with the cards we did. We picked up all the Eric Garcia, as you can see here, for 1.3 million coins or below. And we got 147, 148, 149, 152, all the way up to a 16. Now, if you're wondering why these are so staggered pricing, I had to list these overnight. I bought these overnight UK. I had no idea where he would settle at 145 or 165. So did I leave profit on the table with some of these cards? Absolutely I did. But of course, you know, with the balance of doing this every single week, I've kind of found a way to do it for myself, and that's just stagger the cards, right? We then bought loads of flammers for about 500k tops, some of them at like 505, 510. We got 593, 597, 591 sales, 601, 611, 631, 605, 621. We got a Pateas, I think below 1.3, get 146 back on there. Another flammer there, 575. And it's actually the out-of-pack cards you have left to sell. Now, these dropped heavily. Like I said, the market crash was real yesterday. Pateas dropped in like 500,000 coins, I think. Now, I bought her up for about 2 million coins. He's still 2.2. Going to try and get the sale there. You see, 2 million coins flat. We're going to try and get at least this sort of price back. I want to try and make at least 100k on that card there, so we can do that. We bought another one there, again, 199, 2 million coins. Try and get 100k each of those. Mariona dropped heavy. Why? Because the Cam Evo, and of course, other cards on the market like Pateas. I picked this one up at, I believe, 650. I got one at 700. I got another one at 700. And I got one at 650. Yeah, one at 650. And she should hopefully sell in the low 700s. It's already a 699 you can see there. But our pack card should hopefully rebound a little bit. We do expect a little bit of rebound on the Team of the Year cards. And you can kind of see, boys, from what I'm trading right here. I'm only trading cards right now that get in people's teams. I'm trading rare cards or cards people actually want to buy. I'm not trying to trade fluff cards that just fall down in price because people are now replacing them with the lower rated Team of the Season cards. Oh, and I probably should mention Team of the Year Dembele as well. We bought this guy at 4.6. And as you can see, he sits normally about 5 to 5.2. If we can get 5197 on him, that would be beautiful and be like 300,000 coins profit. So hopefully we can get 300,000 coins profit there on the Dembele. But why do we buy these cards? How do you buy these cards? How do you make 2 million coins overnight? I keep saying it. Trading's easier than ever right now. And I think I've confirmed it. I think I've confirmed it for you guys that wanted it. I'm going to try and start a series on this channel of like some sort of trade to glory right now for Ultimate Team of the Season. Or maybe it might even be a week later. We'll have to try and get it out as soon as possible. I need to unlock the market on a new account. But essentially, starting a new account from zero so I can show you guys on video, live, watching it, how to go from 0 to 1 mil, 1 mil to 2 mil, or whatever we can get up to in the time, right? But Eric Garcia we bought. Why? He's super duper rare. As you can see, should have held on to that card, but don't talk to me about it, right? This card will fall down pretty quick. I'm already sad about it. No one mentioned it, right? Profit on the table. But this card, why? Why do you do so well? He's super rare. If you go and check this guy in the market, there's almost no supply of him. So what do we see when he first came out? The same graph we always see on Friday. He comes out, they have major price movements in the first few hours with the pack supply and the demand for Weekend League. What you always see is, no matter what happens in these first few hours, they drop into the UK overnight. Every single time they drop into the UK overnight. Why? Everyone sells off the team, open rewards, and almost no one is buying their champs teams. So you always get this lull. I bought my Erics at 1 a.m., 1.3. That is the low. Could have sold them at 1.8 and made genuinely generational wealth for me and my family. I didn't do that because, again, I listed them overnight. So mine sold in this rise about here. That's about what I listed them for. Again, could have sold higher, but it happens. And what you then see almost every time, they then drop into the day as more and more people open champs rewards. So you don't buy impact cards until either 6 p.m. Saturday or overnight Saturday. They're the next two buy windows. And it's for the same reasons. 6 p.m. we get content. Overnight, we get people opening their champs rewards and no one buying teams. The exact same pattern. Oh my God, she's 740k. I could have held this, made so much more profit. I had no clue. I knew Eric was that high. I did not know she was that high. But again, same pattern. She comes out, drops into the UK overnight. Almost always that's the low point. And as you can see, slowly risen up. Here's where I sold mine. And apparently she's now 742,000 coins. That will then start to fall into the afternoons. If you have these cards and you're watching the video, I would sell right now. I would sell right now. The market did probably crash a little bit too heavy and these are overcorrections. I said on yesterday's stream, hopefully you guys were there and had a look at this card on overnight. I said this would be one to watch. I said her, Eric Garcia, and I think we called another card that I didn't buy. I can't remember who we called, someone else that I ended up looking at. But finesse plus incisive plus 5-star skill moves and the craziest stats you've seen. Looks like Pina sort of stats and moves different in game. Knew she would do well. Did not know she'd be up to 750,000 coins though. But you can see the pattern, right? See why things drop and you see that we go for super rare cards. Although she's 500k and like half the price of that Eric Garcia when we bought her, she still was super rare. One of the cards that was not so rare on the game was Pateas, which is weird because Pateas is 96 rated and Pateas. But if you go and check the market, I promise you, go and check the difference between Eric Garcia's cards and Pateas' cards and see who has more supply. Now, Pateas is not common by any means, but she's not rare, which is really strange. You kind of see that in a graph, right? We bought one Pateas you'll have seen on my transfer list, did okay on it, but didn't buy any more because 1.3, and you kind of get up to like 1.44 max. So really what you're making on that, maybe 60, 70,000 coins, where Eric Garcia, you're making 400. Fiamet, Benitez, whatever her name is, you're making like 200, 300. Pateas just doesn't have the same rarity. So once again, even though the card's the same price, the same meta level, because there was more Pateas on the market than the other two, she doesn't do as well, right? I hope that makes sense, but that's always how cards move on Friday. Now, the same sort of cards are normally the best ones to trade, so keep an eye on Eric Garcia again for trades this weekend. Keep an eye on Fiamet for trades this weekend. Also keep an eye on Pateas, but just not as much as the other two, if that makes sense. But yeah, look on overnights tonight, look at 6 p.m. content, and the next buy that I'll be looking at big for impact cards is actually Sunday night or even Monday night at the end of Weekend League into Ultimate TOTS. But again, buying before Ultimate TOTS is always risky. So we'll speak about that in the videos like in the coming days. But the free coins method this week, if everyone wants to get free coins ready for Ultimate Team of the Season, is fodder and Team of the Season cards. It's just on the floor. I can't believe what I'm seeing. 85s are near discard. You can get these on bid right now as you're watching this for I think 700, 800 coins. Like, not consistently, but enough of them to basically fill out your budget. When 85s are at discard, just buy them and sell them Wednesday. If you really want to right now, do you want my honest truth? Buy everything you've got, every coin you've got, every last brain cell you've got, put it into 85s and sell them on Wednesday night. There you go. Double your coins, triple your coins, whatever it'll end up being. Crazy. Even high-rated fodder will be fine. 88s are like 1,500 coins. If you can get 88s on bid for 1.2, 1.3 thousand coins and lazy sell them as Vicky Lopez comes out, as Hansen comes out, as you've still got the Alvarez out, as we get a Gamble SBC tomorrow, that's free coins as well. So you can go for the really expensive Team of the Season cards if you're on a high budget like me. I'm now on like 27 million coins, and I'm only on 27 and not 29 or 30 because we've opened about 2 or 3 million coins of a store packs in the last week because you guys on Twitch streams are bullies and bully me into it. But honestly, if you're on a low budget, you're on less than 5 million coins, 3 million coins, just spam it into fodder. And Team of the Seasons as well. We kept calling Liga and Team of the Seasons last week. They're the same price, right? But do you know where, and I think Sahel called us in the Discord this morning, but do you know when there won't be discard Team of the Seasons? Ultimate Team of the Season. Ultimate Team of the Season almost always does not have 13k Team of the Seasons because it's Ultimate Team of the Season, which means you buy these cards, you buy the La Liga ones, obviously at discard. I'd buy the La Liga ones now, they'll be easier to buy. Buy the ones for below 13,000 coins, that would be my buy price, probably on bids and snipes. Do that all weekend, buy as many as you can, hold until Ultimate Team of the Season. SBCs come out where people need Team of the Seasons. None of the new ones in packs are discard. What do people go and do? They buy up all the old ones. They go from 13 to 15 to 20,000 coins. It's a bit of a longer term hold until Ultimate Team of the Season, but almost guaranteed to work. And also maybe one for in the future, but I'm almost certain that Courtois out of weekend leagues and do amazingly well. So that's one for maybe Monday or Tuesday, but this is literally the best goalkeeper of the game and he's too cheap. So maybe one for Monday or Tuesday because he's super packable, but keep a close eye on that card. I think he's a mass invest at some point this week. So boys and girls, I appreciate you all once again. Who have you got from Red Rewards if you have done champs already? I'll be playing mine on the Sunday stream. If you want to get involved, again, we might buy that full Barcelona team, buy ourselves a little Claudia P9. So get yourself involved there. And yeah, just appreciate you all, again, who watch these videos on the channel. It really does mean the world. Subscribe if you are new. You're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't really help us out too much, but it's nice to see. We'll try and hit 20,000 subs at some point. And I will say, any of you guys still here watching right to the end, we put so much effort into the recent Little G video. I think it's the best one on the channel. Honestly, it's a 10-12 minute video. It's funny as fuck. I'd go give that a watch if you haven't already. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.